Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place?
The man, he was listening to la radio with his earpiece.
Maggie said something about that too.
La winning number was announced on la news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted.
And the ticket?
Oui, he had all of his tickets spread out on la table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I...
Excuse me. No, he didn't do that.
No, 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 no!
Oh no, you naughty man.
I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? La victime collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them.
Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right?
How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong?
Well, he's dead. He's not going to use it.
Maggie was arrested because of you.
Yeah, you probably should have come forward about that part, though.
No, this is not true.
It is, though.
I did not take it.
Oh, you didn't fucking take it? Well, what are we even talking about?
But you just told us you did. You said you took a ticket.
Well, you took a shit ticket. One of the loser ones. That's what? What is it? What? Oh, hello. Maybe he comes to get coffee here. No, he wouldn't settle for such a terrible blend. What the heck are you doing here? This is without doubt the worst coffee I've ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. He says it with a smile. You came in here for coffee? Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question.
I am La Ered, no? Just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion.
He had the wrong ticket.
What?
Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. Well, okay.
So the ticket he took was worthless?
Not quite. He did win something. $1. Well, did Maggie have one on her at all? This guy's more suspicious.
You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing.
So, what happened to the winning ticket, then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers. Hey, me neither. We'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? So I guess Maggie didn't have it, so you guys blamed her because you're just shit. Great. Not surprising. I highly recommend not watching movie trailers. They're really not. They're stupid. Don't watch them. They spoil shit. They mislead. It's bad. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Okay. Sorry, Victor. Looks like we got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. Unless Maggie does have it and he just didn't want to tell me. Like a asshole. To be continued! Oh my god, well I'm gonna keep going a little bit. Just a tad longer. Sure. So yeah, I'm just very curious. Like, I'm not intrigued like I was in the second case. I'm just curious where this is gonna go. Because it's kind of weird. Oh, I see. I like how it calls her Bird and not Maggie. I mean, I guess it does that sometimes, like, obviously. I mean, Gumshoe is different. You know, why not call her Maggie? I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? Yeah, I mean, look, that's clearly fucking red-faced Magoo. But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. I am wondering about that, how he disappeared.
Ah, Detective Gumshoe.
Are you doing all right? How are you feeling?
As if you need to ask either question, sir.
Don't let him get you down, Maggie. Don't forget to eat well, okay?
Roger.
My name's Dick. And you? Yes? You'd better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? Well, probably not today, but in sometime. If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. Okay, I think he's serious.
Hey, detective, you're on our side for once, right? What do you mean for what the fuck? Well, I mean, god damn it, you guys are so hard on Gumshoe. Really, can you, sir?
Of course. I got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? I was gonna say, why do I feel like you're gonna fuck it up? Right after I got on them for being too hard on Gumshoe.
I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, Detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh?
I can only wish. Pearl's not in this case. I'm very upset about that. She's not here yet. It's a real downer. We had so much Pearl in the second game. I can only hope that she's in the last two cases a lot. Or in the next part of this one, because I need some more Pearl. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Cup number 1. Bitter. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was... Oh. Of course. He's talking to me. It was a little, well, intimidating. No. If there's anything I'm not, it's intimidating. I see, so our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty... So, Mr. Godot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real deal. We will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. Is that why he's here? Like, in general? This personal vendetta he might have against me? He just, like, doesn't trust me as a lawyer. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. Maybe I put somebody away in one of the previous games that he has a connection to. I don't know. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial, but I wasn't here for it. I don't know what's going on. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Well, apparently he did a terrible job, though, so you probably won't repeat anything. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. That's right. You nailed it. Other way around, Detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see, so Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens, Inc. That sounds really bad. That's like the typical, oh, my computer blue screen, you know? Why would you name the company that? This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. I'd like to see that. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. Alright. Oh, there's more than 2 tables. There's actually 4. Who knew? Where's the bathroom? They were talking about cleaning the toilets. Is it in the kitchen? Ew. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poison coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused? Yeah. The victim died from poison almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. John Armstrong, the owner and chef, and the regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Come, detective, take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir. Let's have it. When the incident took place, the victim was alone in the stable, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive. By the way, before I forget, potassium cyanide poisoning was 1:30 to 2:30. Really? They don't know it exact at all? Nothing else to look at there. Anyway. Okay.
Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Shameful. Classy lady. Oh, alright. He admires her. Unless that was sarcasm. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but...
Yes?
Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
You talking to me? It wasn't me. Or was it? Alright, man. You say that he was alone, but Maggie disagrees. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And what?
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey.
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press it so hard. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way.
That argument is as weak as the coffee at Trebia and Trite. I have here in my possession a ticket.
To a film? A train?
Yes, a one-way ticket to Guilty-ville. Population, the defendant.
Okay. I liked you up until now, Godot, but that was that really took you from 100 down to 0 with that one. That was just awful. That was like a Phoenix. That was like a Phoenix line. You don't want to be a Phoenix kind of jokester. No way.
This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen.
This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? He could be over there, hiding somewhere, somehow. I don't know.
I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime, except for, like, the portion of it that is not a clear view. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table?
I don't know.
It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly, except for the part that it doesn't. Like, are you kidding?
Anyway, like, I get it. He's probably not hiding right there, but you're saying it shows it so clearly, and it just doesn't. Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? I guess. And what was it the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of I mean, we already know this is the lottery. Well, no, that was on the... Yeah, that was on his radio thing, yeah. This isn't going very well, is it?
Detective, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
And then we go to that. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite? I don't drink coffee. So I don't know. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Well, seems the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press... sure, it's probably not gonna get me anywhere, but you're giving me the option, so why not? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? That is just not natural looking. It's too thick and dark. Forget I said that. Oh hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. I'm sorry? Oh no. Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This. I did it again! Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? It's brown now all of a sudden when it was black. It's dark magic. I demand we try Godot for being a witch. This is the victim's coffee cup. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Jeez, calm down. And I said pressing that one harder wouldn't get me anywhere. It sure did. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Well, shit. Upon further investigation of the cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Potassium cyanide. I see. Potassium cyanide, I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much in your history. How much is too much? Hey, Maya. It's the first time I've ever agreed with you on anything. A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams? How much is that? It's a 0.2 grams. You know when you swab your ears with earwax? What? Like the amount that you get out of your ears, generally? Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. Anyway, is this the final one? Yeah, press it. Some kind of a motive. Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective? Chug out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. Oh, shit. Stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. I almost said Miss. Sorry, Armstrong. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? Nobody said that yet, so I don't think so. I mean, unless they don't know, but press harder. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. Shit. That's a $500,000 ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search. Well, at least you clarify it's female, and we know Maggie's still pure. Of the defendant. Well, shit, never mind. Alright. Well, you guys, you actually did your jobs fairly well. Can't be too hard on you guys. Quite a lucky bird? Not really. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I'd better keep an eye on that ticket, the way the judge's voice is quivering. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial, too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. I bet he wants to say it was found on Maggie. He already did. It's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she was charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who's weak to the siren call of money.
Not good, Nick. Seems like you just like old men. The evidence against Maggie's starting to pile up fast.
Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence.